We all know that Dark Souls has items and mechanics that are staples of the series. Things like the Estus Flask, or the Moonlight Greatsword. We've also all heard that every snowflake is unique. I've decided to mash these two ideas together into what I've nicknamed the Snowflake Challenge. I'm cosplaying as a snowflake through the Dark Souls Trilogy. In each game, I can't use anything that makes an appearance in either of the other two games. Each of my characters will be unique, having absolutely nothing in common. Let's get into it. We need to talk about weapons for a second. This is a list of all the weapons in Dark Souls, or at least all of the ones that are listed as weapons on the wiki. And while I'm on the subject, I just want to shout out the wiki.wiki for a second. It's not the first wiki that appears when you search for Dark Souls information, but I'll be damned if it isn't the best. Anyways, this list doesn't include shields or spell tools, just 119 ultra-efficient death-dealing machines. That's how many weapons there are. This is how many are unique. But we're not done. This is how many I can get the stats to wield. I counted them for you. There's only 14 left. These are all of the legal weapons for this run. But we're not done. This is how many do sufficient damage. Well, that's not too bad. Those are 5 pretty decent weapons. Blacksmith Giant Hammer, that thing is practically OP. But we're not done. This is how many you can actually acquire with our restrictions. Do you need me to count them for you? I'm just joking, of course. It's 2. There are 2 viable weapons for this run. Now, these aren't the only 2 weapons we can use for this entire run. I showed you some of the others I can use already. They just suck. Prologue. I need a weapon. So here I'm performing the Estus Flask skip. If you open the boss room door, run through the area as normal, and quit out instead of talking to Oscar, you'll be given an opportunity to open the boss door, which is supposed to be locked by some contraption. If you manage to kill the Asylum Demon, he will drop the Big Pilgrim's Key, and you can leave the Asylum without talking to Oscar, or picking up the Estus Flask. Why am I going to all this trouble? To not pick up an item I could just not use? I don't know. Hope to God we get through this. Nice. What? Right, so what I'm trying to do here is cut off the gargoyle's tail, because it's one of the few weapons in this game that I can use. And let's just say it doesn't go well. It's like basically impossible. Yeah, like, oh, that was a fucking turned into a jump. The hitboxes just do not work out. Oh my god, you're fucking joking. 22. And the whole time I was doing this too, I was trying to count how many hits it would take, and I think oh my god, I had done the calculations, and it should take about 50, and I think the highest I got to was like 25. Wow. It is just wow. It's awful. It was a truly awful experience, and so I finally gave up. Alright. This isn't working. So I'm not sure if that's correct. And so then after doing a bit of research, I realized I needed a weapon. And so that weapon I'm trying to go for right now is the Balder Side Sword. And at first I thought, well, if I had to kill him with my fists, I might as well knock him off the edge, and then
hit them off the edge, they don't get their stuff.
It quickly dawned on me that even if he drops an item, I cannot pick it up.
Alright.
He falls off the edge. So this became the go-to strategy. This guy is kind of alone, and so you can actually farm this guy with your fists. It just takes a long goddamn time. he's going to try and heal here in a second. That's why he's walking backwards.
Go for it.
Spoiler alert.
Drop. Welcome back, everyone.
Anyways, so I stopped recording at some point, and I just went and farmed it for like a couple hours, because it's a rare drop, and I'm doing this with my fists.
Alright, one tail, please.
And now, we're going to cut that tail off, no problem.
I can't tell if that was a wing hit or not. Oh my god.
There we go.
Yeah, there we have it.
So much easier. And then, yeah, I think at that point, I thought I'd try with the Boulder Side Sword, and it doesn't have the damage. And I was already pretty hurt, so switch over to Gargoyle Tail Axe, much better weapon. This may even be my first attempt with the Gargoyle Tail Axe. Like, I think it just goes very well. A little tail cut to mock me.
This fight is really tedious.
Oh yeah, that was crazy to me when I was rewatching this footage earlier. You can actually see the hitbox from his halberd hitting the church, like, I don't know, it's like 10 feet in the air or whatever. It's crazy. I actually have no idea what's going on there, but otherwise it would have hit me, I think. So I think something really got disjointed there. Glitched out super hard. Now this clip I thought was just wild. This has literally never happened to me before.
Oh my god.
We're trying to get the Titanite catch pole here.
Alright, this could take a while.
Which is like a 1 or 2% drop, something like that. It's very low. And this is a non-respawning enemy. So I only kill this guy one time on camera, and then after that I just have to modify my saves constantly and reset over and over again until he drops it. So
nope. We're gonna do some save manipulation here, so don't mind me. So it's been a while. We got the weapon, and I don't really want to talk about it. Oh yeah, while you've gone,
I should probably tell you about stats now. You might recognize some of these stats from other games. Go ahead and remove any of them you recognize. Wow, you actually got all of them. That's actually really impressive. I thought you said you were an idiot. Well, someone said it anyways. But yeah, resistance is the stat for us. I always knew it was a good stat. What's that? It's absolute dog shit. Well, we're going to pump the absolute shit out of it anyway. It's our favorite stat now. Moving on to classes. We had 10 to choose from, right? Wrong. God, you're an idiot. Ever heard of the Warrior before? It's only in all 3 games. What about the Thief? That's a Dark Souls 3 classic. Here are all the classes that are unique to Dark Souls. Damn, only 2 left? Oh well, these 2 are basically the same class. I guess you just picked whichever one you liked better. Wrong. Man, I really thought you would have learned from your last mistake. That's what I get for giving you the benefit of the doubt, I guess. Let's take a closer look. You'll note that both classes have the dexterity to wield the catchpole, but only the hunter has the strength required to two-hand that sumbitch. They can both use the demon spear, but the wanderer has to two-hand it. And they both have enough intelligence and faith, but nobody gives a shit. Alright people, pens and pencils down. No more writing, hand in your exams. Those of you who wrote down hunter were correct. What's that? I didn't tell you to write anything down? I'm sorry, you came to your final exam expecting to just think the answers onto the paper? Okay, I should probably move on.
I realized that the repair box is totally allowed, which is cool. And I farmed 30,000 souls. Not because I wanted to, but because I wanted 10 humanity. So I'd literally just kill hollows for a good hour, probably. I killed the prowling demon for about 2-3 hours. I just abused saves to try the fight over and over and over again until he actually dropped the right item, because this run is pretty stupid without doing that. This might be a bad idea, but we're gonna do it. Oh my god. Cool. So yeah, we're just gonna start killing bosses now.
Chapter 1. Killing bosses now.
Get out. I kind of want to jump on his head, but actually, at the very least, let's fight him over here. For some reason, I didn't know he ever jumped up.
But this next bit I thought was really cool. I go for the hit here because I almost never do this. I had no idea that
So they balance that.
his hitbox isn't actually activated during that, which obviously kind of sucks and is annoying, but
His decks are really stupid to dodge.
the more you know. Also, I'm sure a lot of people didn't even know that he jumps up there, so...
Oh, fuck.
Accidentally picked up the claymore there. Not a legal weapon, but I won't be using it, so... Yeah, the run really speeds up after this point. Because, you know, the Titanite Catchpole isn't garbage. It's actually a really nice weapon. The only downside in this run is that it can't be upgraded. I should probably talk about that. Surely we can use upgrade materials. I think you know where I'm going with this. Wrong! We're locked into the most basic of upgrade paths because we can't use Titanite shards. And any of you overachievers who are thinking about downgrading weapons, I looked into it. The Occult Club, Lightning Spear, Enchanted Falchion, all illegal. So what can we use? Demon Titanite, which upgrades a grand total of one weapon, the Demon Spear.
Choking? Alright.
Yeah, this fight's always trouble, but once you get past the initial phase, it's just a Capper Demon. And this weapon is absolutely beautiful for this fight.
Easy. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's right, isn't it? Well, we gotta cut off his tail then, we have to. I mean, it was going to happen regardless. Ooh, that's nice.
If you're curious as to why
All aboard.
we're bothering with Gaping Dragon, we actually are killing all bosses in this run. Because each boss is a nice, unique, special little snowflake too. So we gotta showcase the game off. And because it makes it, difficult. Dark Souls 1 is not particularly hard. But it's really starting to come bite me in the ass when it comes to Dark Souls 3. We did pick up
It's actually one of my favorite helmets in the game.
the Dragon King Great Axe, which we can use. It's just bad because we can't level our strength, and it takes like 50 or whatever number, 2 hands to 50.
This could take a little bit.
This fight was a little trickier than expected. It took quite a while to get this stun lock set up. I don't know if it's just the hitbox on this catch pole isn't quite that good or what, but usually with weapons that do an overhead swing like that are super easy to get the stun lock on. But I think it might also require good positioning so that you're above Quelaag and her body's way down there so the hitboxes are easier. I don't know. That arm's bad, but I managed to get it figured out.
Easy. And stop. There we go.
Yeah, that's the last you're going to see of that weapon in this run.
So a little bit's changed. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Alright, yeah, so we're going back to the asylum to grab a few things. One, there's a boss we need to get there, and why might as well get him now.
It's like a long time, too. It's not like a 3-second thing.
And I guess, yeah, we also need the,
Okay.
what's it called? The
Except for damage is not
peculiar
amazing,
doll?
so never mind.
It's a doll. He's got a big health bar, but he's got nothing much for attacks that are any good.
This is actually kind of dangerous. Nice. Oh my god. That is very poisy.
One of the few rings we can use in the run.
Also, somehow, we are going to have to... God, I'm just tired of doing it. Nope, that's never gonna happen. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, nice. The collision doesn't make any goddamn sense. We got it. Alright, yeah, this is just the start of my farm of the Demon Spear. This took 2 to 3 hours, I want to say. But we did it eventually. Man, it was rough. After a lot of thought, I thought that maybe there was a chance that I wasn't allowed to use this weapon. And it's a fair point, given that the Batwing Demons make an appearance in every game. Fuck that. That's what I have to say about that. The bow, I'm not sure. In which case, I might be able to get a bow. The Dark Moon bow. So now we've got 3 things. Okay, this is stupid. Excellent. Okay, just get... Alright, you happy? You're attacking again? Yeah, I was not on the right side. Oh, I can just kill him now. Nice. Sorry, guy, but I have to kill all bosses. And you have a health bar. Da 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 da. Let's go. Oh my. I actually really like Gwendolyn as a boss. Super chill. Oh my god.
Oh, heretic, swathed in dark.
Normally there's a bunch of cool stuff in here, but we can't really use much of it. So we're just here for Priscilla. The little angel of death that we are. Pretty straightforward fight, just patience and good eyesight, really.
But why? What seeketh thee?
This is the firelink.
I say there's like a 50% chance we die here. Alright, that's... yeah. Okay, that's unfortunate. Did he just, like, perform a glitch there? I need you to follow up.
And also, we have to be
That
very
works.
careful not to knock him off the edge, otherwise we won't get Sanctus and we won't get Grant. And those are kind of very nice items to have.
So yeah, today we're gonna go to the DLC. Cool.
Right, and our first time in DLC, this is where our copy of the game started to show its true colors a little bit. For whatever reason, the version I had didn't have any of the particle effects working. And that took days to figure out. Okay, maybe not days, but there we go, we got it working. Cool. You can still do the fight without it, but it's very disorienting, and in some cases it's kind of tricky. But it's actually all the particle effects of all the DLC bosses stop working. And so it's not a huge deal for Sanctuary Guardian, you can definitely do it. But Artorias starts to look a little weird, and it's kind of annoying when his
That was silly.
throw dirt in your eye, except instead of dirt, it's goo. When Artorias' goo doesn't appear, that's kind of really
Rude.
takes you out of the experience. And then the real issue is Manus, because none of Manus' dark magic appears.
Easy. But it's weird, like, I'm not, like, I wasn't as, like, worried as when I was fighting Sanctuary Guardian, yet I was way better at fighting Sanctuary Guardian.
Artorias is just a well-designed fight. I have no issue just plugging away at this fight for hours. And we got lucky that we were capable of staggering him out of that charge up, because things can get a little scary if you don't. And it just makes the fight take a lot longer if you want to play it safe, which I generally try to, especially when I'm low on healing, like I am. So I believe the fight has been flawless on my part up to this point. Maybe I've taken a few slight nicks, but Sanctus will have taught me back up on those.
He seems to be getting improved defenses. Oh my god, what the fuck? Scared the shit out of me. Uh-oh. I think that was one hit. One hit. Me hitting you, you hitting the ground. lot of hard work for this. Let's enjoy it.
You're welcome. Let's go.
Damn.
Obviously another very difficult fight, especially with a halberd type weapon. Just makes hitting Sif that much easier.
Alright.
Fun fight though, always fun. Right, now I gotta deal with these guys. They're gonna unlock one of the only useful rings in this run. I guess,
Oh my god.
I didn't say anything about it because I didn't realize at the time, but
No.
also the Covenant of Artorias, pretty important ring for this run. I've said in another run that game is not beatable without the Covenant of Artorias. Or at least... Is that true? No, okay, it's not true. Anyways. Darkwood Grain Ring, yeah, we got it.
Alright, now we run forward.
It's one of the few rings that we can use that actually does something. Of any substance. A lot of rings in succession here. This is the final important ring. I mean, it's not required, but it saves us wasting 30 humanity, which is nice.
Nice.
We have absolutely no ability to heal through the damage of lava, so... Where did that 1,000 come from?
Such a one-sided, you can run past everything 100% of the time.
Everyone's favorite boss fight. We all know how this fight goes. I don't know how to do Toki bombs. And I can't, so that's also another thing.
Go for it and see what happens.
Fire bombs not allowed.
Right about here. And just the tentacles. Cool. But we can go to get him to stun himself, maybe.
I'm a little curious as to the
What the hell?
mechanics of the whole what's it called actually? It's got a name, the little crystal. anyways,
Alright.
the primordial crystal? That sounds like a thing. I'm not sure, like, if Seath becomes vulnerable immediately after it breaks, or if he has to do a bit of an animation before
And it's over.
it actually applies the effect, because definitely something's going a little wacky there. But nobody struggles with Seath anymore, so...
Good. Nope, he wants.
Just some obligatory footage to prove that I did in fact remember to kill the Midnight Butterfly.
It's
I know,
actually
I
kinda
usually
close.
forget it exists.
No, he didn't even start. Okay. Confirmed that it was in one of the other games. Kind of. It was kind of in one of the other games. It was an iffy territory. And I didn't feel good about it. Oh, okay, he exists. They do exist. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate.
But Four Kings, I generally don't struggle with anymore, so it's a pretty uneventful fight as far as I'm concerned.
Getting them done quickly.
You just really hope that they don't do attacks that waste time, like this one, which wastes a lot of time.
Little sketch.
Almost had another one there, the bomb, but managed to just kill it in time.
That was kind of close, but it's fine. Okay, this is really good. Oh my god, that was really bad. And done.
Now that all that easy stuff is out of the way, Chapter 2, The Struggle of Nito. Now I hear what you're saying. Nito is an easy boss. So yeah, that's the first problem we have to solve. Nito loves his sword blades. There's a pretty crazy trick where if you block, Nito's sword just misses your hitbox. This is gonna help, but it won't stop him from spamming a sword move.
Nito, you were lit at the worst today?
Our next problem is those darn skeletons. They just don't stay down, so we're going to use divine weapons. Killing a skeleton with a divine weapon causes it to stay dead. The only issue is, Grant does 8 damage, and the Silver Knight Spear does 4. We need to do damage with other weapons first.
Yeah, it's gonna be so shit.
We need to find some combination of attacks with good weapons, and finish them off with a divine weapon.
Nito, you're a bitch. 93. Hit. Fuck. Up, you son of a bitch. 20. 20. 73, that's our life's... 130. 39. I got 27. $73. 122.
Our next problem is actually a bit strange. Nito is a really helpful guy. He sees us struggling to kill skeletons with our shitty weapons, and he says, "Do you need a knife?" No, clearly you can see I'm doing just fine. Yeah, it's just that my knife is so useful. Here, let me just get that for you. No, Nito, no! But none of that compares to our final problem. Can you guess what it is? No? Here, I'll let past me explain it to you.
My god. This resistance stat sucks dick.
During all of my testing, I found out some pretty interesting things about these skeletons. If you do 149 damage to them, they live, and therefore have more than 149 health. If you do 169 damage to them, they die, so they must have at least 169 health. Also, if you deal 146 damage to them, they die. Wait, what? Shit. These skeletons have different health pools. This is going to be harder than I thought. And then I thought...
Honestly, I just wonder if I could just, like, try and tank this with lots of healing.
Yeah, I should have tried that earlier. Because I'm using armor now, I honestly thought the stone armor was in the other Dark Souls games, which is why it took me so long to realize tanking was a viable strategy.
Oh my god.
But because I'm using armor now, I can afford to heal during the fight.
Yeah.
And because humanity is so slow, I almost always end up healing twice. Once while tanking, and a second time while everyone is recovering from their attacks.
Damn, it's
To
really bad.
avoid wasting precious humanity,
No.
I perform a glitch at the start of every fight. By using a plunging attack on these ledges, I allow myself to roll once, mid-air. By timing this roll just before I hit the ground, I negate the fall damage with iframes. One downside of heavy armor is it actually makes you move slower and take more fall damage, which is why I don't wear armor before entering the boss room. Once you have good armor, this fight really is a breeze. Sure, it helps to know that Nito's attacks aren't actually attacks. As I said earlier, Nito is a really helpful guy. If you pay attention, none of his attacks were ever designed to hit you. Just stand right next to him, and you'll realize he's actually smacking his little undead children upside the head for attacking his guest. Nito doesn't get a lot of company, and he'll be damned if those little shits are gonna ruin this for him. Once you realize that, Nito kind of just goes down.
It's over.
So, with Nito dead, it's time to move on to Chapter 3, The Challenge of Kalameet. At first glance, Kalameet might seem like a terrible boss. He has a lot of health, he has high resistances, he doesn't leave himself vulnerable for very long, his attacks hit like a truck,
Oh my god.
some are almost completely untelegraphed,
Oh my god.
and they often need to be dodged with extreme precision if you want to follow up an attack of your own. He appears to be a boss with all the difficulty numbers stacked against you. Time, damage, reaction speed, knowledge. And if you thought all of these things, you would be correct. But you would also be wrong. Kalameet is absolutely all of these things, except a terrible boss. Above all else, Kalameet is the ultimate challenge. Every other boss up to this point has taught you everything you need in order to dispatch him. Not quickly, not with ease, but calmly, effectively, and efficiently. By this point in your Dark Souls journey, you know what you need to do. Get in there and start dying.
What the
Dying
fuck?
is your greatest weapon in Dark Souls, because it gives you so much information, and you can do it as many times as you like.
What? No way!
How do you know when to dodge? When you dodge and get killed,
Oh,
don't dodge like that again.
fuck.
How do you know when to attack? When you attack and get killed,
Oh my god.
don't attack like that again.
Alright.
And once you have finally died at every possible mistake you can possibly make, you have Kalameet's number. For me, that last possible mistake was right here.
Stupid.
He threw out a tail swipe, and I panicked.
So stupid.
When I was so close to finishing him.
So stupid. So
But I
stupid.
wasn't close to finishing him, because I had yet to die to that attack. Just like that, the challenge was over. I was not afraid of Kalameet anymore. There was no doubt in my mind. I could defeat him. And on my very next attempt, I died. I got distracted, and it got me killed. But on my very next attempt, I made a whole bunch of mistakes. It didn't matter. I was going to kill Kalameet. I knew it, and Kalameet knew it. As we neared the end of the battle, it was Kalameet who panicked. He threw out 2 of the very same tail swipes that had saved his life once before. I didn't falter. And as I dodged them, 1, 2, I looked up into Kalameet's true eyes, and I saw fear. In that moment, I realized, if I was looking at him, he was looking at me. But where I saw fear, he saw serenity. With one last breath of fire, he was vulnerable, and I didn't hesitate.
That's it.
Kalameet was slain. Our next boss, however, is a total piece of shit. Chapter 4. The Perseverance of Manus. Forget everything I've just taught you about fighting bosses. Manus is a different animal. Because he's not a boss. He's a demon, and he wants my soul. The key to defeating Manus is to never give up. You are Doctor Strange, and Manus, I've come to bargain. You have to throw your life away countless times, until you make Manus feel like that one pirate from Curse of the Black Pearl, after Captain Barbossa shoots someone to test if the curse has been lifted. You are not dead! Eventually Manus is going to get so sick of killing us, over and over again, that he's actually just going to forget to use any of his bullshit or shenanigans.
Okay.
What is Manus's bullshit, you ask? You never know when this motherfucker's done attacking. Unless, and only unless, you get that little tingly sensation in your butthole that tells you you can go for a hit. I may need to see a doctor. Or, he does an attack which can be distinctly identified and punished. Most of his attacks look the same, and he can follow them up with whatever he wants. So that's how I beat him. I got really frustrated.
Damn.
Quit.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm in the right mindset to learn anything.
Came back and got frustrated again.
Damn.
Quit again.
Yeah. Alright, this guy's being a dick. I don't want to play with him.
Came back again and got frustrated.
Thank you. I got 21 more of these babies. Or 20 more of these babies. Oh shit. Damn it!
And then,
It's not so good right now. Oh, I know where this... think he's dead. Fuck yes. Fucking die. Oh god.
He was dead. Which leads us to Chapter 5, Triumph over Gwyn. Cue the montage.
And I think we did it. We might have to get that in, and we did it. Alrighty.
I don't mean to trivialize this boss fight, and in the process make anyone feel inadequate for not being able to complete it. Gwyn is actually a really hard boss, with some very specific weaknesses that can be exploited to great effect. But if you know how to exploit his weaknesses, he's really not worth discussing at length in this challenge, because he's no different than any normal playthrough of the game. This video is way too long and you're already not watching. Bye.